USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Back to you.
Alan, thank you. Washington likely to try to put it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now
Open field on the right. The 20, the 10, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at... Team. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start. Ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They're all over it. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Williams. On the move. Bought a little time, lets it go. Tight end finds a soft spot. Pulled to the ground.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Out wide right, it's Washington. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams?
Turning on the Jets. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good time.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Making the adjustment. Nowhere to go, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 in there, basically right back where they started.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Mayama. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And this ball will be downed at around the 20.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football on that play.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Powers through the defender. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Williams rolls right. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. The defense has set him up.
Boy, your tight end was running so wide open, my dog. Oh,
here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
It's a fumble on the play. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Oh, pressure's coming. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
You know, on the third play of the drive, third down is the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They knocked him down right there.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Looking for a man. It's Mayama. Got him. Lowers those pads. They will score. Touchdown, Trojans. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that personal foul goes against the defense. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Start speed. That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Miles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
Williams rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he was hit just as he released it and falls to the turf.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Williams will pass. Fires to the right. The sure hands, it's Washington. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Just feeds the running back. Inside the 30. And he gets the first down, but man, and he gets the hit stick laid on his noggin. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Carr. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty is so important at the college level. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Husky.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeps it on the ground. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. So after getting nabbed for holding it, 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mayaba. Look out! He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Back's got it.
Come on, bro.
Could not make his way to the corner. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They boot it away. Looking for room. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Williams to throw. Rushes on. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes a man miss. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their 2nd. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Better find the influx. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw, it's Mayaba. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Fresh center down's going to the air. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to fire deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Throwing, Williams. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quick give. It's Carr. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And he had just enough to will that one home. It's now a one-point game, 14-13. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with Baylor taking on the number 20 team, the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
And it's the Bears coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And maybe, just maybe, this win helps them turn their season around. They get...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense got it. Brings him to the open. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And they turn it into a defensive score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Williams on the play fake. Under pressure. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. An offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. After the holding penalty, the offense will try to hang on with a 1st and 20. Williams. Caught, and he's got room. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Right side, it's Washington. Crosses the 40. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Here's a give to Washington.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to Washington again. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Runs through the tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Williams. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defensive coordinator was really pleased with his unit after registering 3 sacks last week. He wanted to add a few more wrinkles in their blitz packages to see if they could build on that in this game. So far, they hadn't gotten to the QB until that last play just now. Now let's find out if they can crank up the heat.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Well, they ended that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Trojans use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Mayama. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
This goddamn game stuff.
The Trojans decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's going to take a shot. He's got it on the outside. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
What a throw on first down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in the pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Got his man. And they get him out of bounds, but not before a sizable pickup on that one.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Here's Williams to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield.
I'm gonna let you go right past.
A great catch and run for 6. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Williams looking for a man. Rush right in his face. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third. Time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Right at the line. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout ball. This carries big-time risk on fourth down. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. It'll be incomplete, trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the fourth quarter, you're trailing, it's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Can't get him to the ground. Another broken tackle. The 40 and the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Washington. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
Got the big tight end on the corner route.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You've got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you've got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem.
Oh, it's the worst possible time. Looking for more room. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the double.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing, Williams finds his man. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
3rd down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. There he goes. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
This offense is really really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Motion from the wide receiver. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Second and goal, the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and for the third down and goal situation.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Keeping his eyes downfield. And he
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Touchdown, Huskies! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Time is running short. They let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Sets his feet. It's Mayava. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Long way to go on second down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's it deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The play fake. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left in the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to it. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. first snap of the drive from the 25. Throw. It's Mayava. They're all over him. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that.
Straight
Their guys
my
have
own
won
fucking name
one-on-one
from
on
here.
islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Williams. That's the kind of way they can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open.
The top of the field.
He's not throwing it away, he's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Oh, pressure's coming. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's fourth down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Gotta make the play on fourth. Got it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Trojans moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Back to pass on second down. Throws quickly. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get it out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Trojans, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Look out! Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.